we need South African writers in Hollywood. Hollywood desperately needs new writers, desperately needs new eyes, new thinking, especially Hollywood. I present work that you can tell was done by someone that cares about it. There's a kid somewhere, there's a black kid somewhere that doesn't know that, oh, I'm good at drawing, I can go be an art director.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, oh, I'm good at drawing, but it's gonna mean nothing to me. This is just a hobby. This is just something I do. If you're a black person that's in the creative space, you need to be way more visible. What would be the advice you'd give to your younger self, knowing everything that you know now, being where you are right now?
Welcome to Spaza Talk. Shuti Wabashuti is in the building. Poo special episode, Libs.
Hey, it's a special one, eh?
It's a very special one.
With a great. Eh?
Okay.
But a young great. He's not on legend stage because he's young.
I'm a great.
He's a great. He's introducing himself before, and I love that, right?
Just don't show them the video. They must hear the voice. The ones who know.
The ones that know. But he was saying now he actually has a deep voice, so I don't know.
Yeah, I hope y'all can hear me.
I
hope it's not going to be a problem. Yeah, it tends to get deeper, especially like when the sun goes down.
Yeah.
And it's time for voice notes and stuff.
Bedroom time.
You know what I mean? It's time to.
Is that your bedroom voice?
It's time to talk serious things. You know, when the business starts.
Sure. Man, I definitely love this podcast. But as you guys have heard, our special guest is in the building. We're going to tell you a little bit about it. And we guys always promise you these amazing conversations. And today we have an amazing creative in the building. Libs, is there something you want to say about this creative before we formally introduce him?
Man, this guy, I've worked with this guy.
Okay.
All right. He's weird, bro.
Is he weird?
Yeah, but his outfits, sometimes look Kogama pajama.
It's funny.
This guy, dude. I don't know if he's got a bedroom or what, but hey, man, his work speaks for itself.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, outside of the outfit and pajamas, his work is amazing.
All
man.
creatives are weird, eh?
The first time I remember I joined that other agency where I worked on Nox. Oh, I gave it away. Wow.
They don't know his full name. There's too many Noxes out there.
Yeah. Mfana, he was presenting, so how he normally grabs his clients, he'll write a script, but he's the only person that can read that script and bring it to life. So you can read it yourself. They'll be like, hey, what is this? And then Nox again. I think he should do just one for us. Just one script.
We need a
voice.
We need a voice.
I'm telling you.
We need him on our intro.
Dude, yes.
I'm going to invoice you. I'm going to invoice you.
Everything is about voices. I'm going to invoice.
Listen, 900 a second.
Guys, let's raise some money. We need Nox. Let's raise some money for Spaza Talk. We need about 3 minutes. So you said right, 900 a minute.
900 a second.
A second? Not a minute.
1 second.
A minute.
No, this is after hours rates, but because we're boys, we can settle at 900 per 2 minutes.
Okay.
It takes him dollars.
Yeah, we need you to take some dollars, man. But yeah, we've already got an amazing guest for you guys here. Let's get into the interview. I mean, the guest is already right here. But the tradition in Spaza Talk, by the way, is that we'll allow you to introduce yourself. And the reason why we do that is because your CV could have just been longer. Politics is happening now. Anything could have happened. It might have
done toilets. I built 2 RTP houses.
You get what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, Nox, please introduce yourself and welcome to Spaza Talk, bro.
Yo, man, thank you. Yeah, my name is Nox, Nox Masuku, full name Noko. I'm a copywriter, creative. Been in the game 6-7 years now. Compared to like a lot of people, that's still very, very young. But I think even with just level alone, like put in a lot of work over like that short span of time, And yeah, bro, I'm happy to be here just to explain my style. My style philosophy is, if I can pass out in it when I get home, it's the right outfit.
It's the right fit.
I want something I can just, when I'm on the couch.
And Nox, wake up.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So yeah, happy to be here.
We're recording. I love it. I love that though. That's important. I mean,
Yeah.
passing out on the couch is a big, right?
Yeah, because like that's part of the beauty of being a creative, dog. Like I can come to work wearing a Barney suit
Yeah.
Sure.
if I wanted to.
And he did.
You know what I'm saying? I did. You know what I'm saying?
But your work is still still up there. So it's justified.
I think shout out to Level, man. Level is an incredible, strategist, and things that he does, bro. Just to hear that praise from him is big. But I'd like to think I take pride in my work. I'd like to think I present work that you can tell was done by someone that cares about it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I just hope I've met that target, whether I'm presenting to a client, whether someone from the general public is seeing it. As long as it can touch someone and someone can see a lot of love went into this. Yeah. That's what I'm hoping, to get. That's the response I'm hoping to get from that.
What do you do? I mean, I know we can say I can call you a copywriter. And last we had an episode with Marvin, and one of the things I always ask people, shout out to Marv for sure. What is a copywriter to you? What do you think your job is to do?
Shucks, bro. And I think the best way I can explain it is copywriter kind of does everything. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's whether it's a script, whether it's a headline, whether it's whatever it is. Anything, so many things, the starting point for so many things is words, right? You can't, even if we were to, I don't know, even if we were to we're going to all collaborate on a sculpture. It starts with us talking the idea through, right?
Yeah.
We're thinking of this, we're thinking of that. I kind of like to think my job is to make that creative, make that art, make that part of the advertising aspect of things art. You know what I mean?
So Nox, I feel like we know you now, ne?
Yes,
But I still think we need a part 2 because the voiceover part still needs to come in.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is there a question that you feel like we didn't ask you and you would have wanted to expand on? Actually, no. No. Tell me. How do you think South Africans are really creative?
Creatives in South Africa?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, look, I think, okay, cool. Let's look at it this way. Let's look at it in the context of South Africa, right? So in South Africa, we've got 60 million people
68,
population.
Yeah.
Plus minus 68 million people, right?
Sure.
And when you look at America, that's got a plus 100 million.
300.
Something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The gang population.
Yeah.
Look at our GDP. So if you look at our population, our GDP, and so on, all the problems that we have in this country, right? As far as let's say advertising, we should be ranked 600 and something in the world, right? But we're amongst one of the best countries in the world when it comes to creativity. Advertising creativity.
Is this validated by awards?
Well, a lot of the times it is, right?
Okay.
But then also when you're just looking at, I think when you're looking at the way, so the way the ideas we come up with, the scripts we write, you know what I'm saying? Again, the concepts we have, right?
Yeah.
Where we fall short is production budget.
Okay.
Overseas, they are kicking our asses when it comes to production.
More money.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, when you watch Super Bowl, we can't compete.
That's
with
crazy.
them, but that's a lot of money,
Yeah.
right? And when there's money, things tend to be made better.
For sure. Get shy.
You can go to the moon,
Sure.
like you said.
You can go to the moon and put a billboard on the moon. You know what I mean? And that can be your can entry. Who's not going to give that a go?
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? In a way. Well, maybe not a goal, but you get what I mean, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to writers, when it comes to photographers, when it comes to strategic thinkers, when it comes to
Copywriters.
art directors. So I say writers and I include because when you're a
copywriters too.
copywriter, you write everything.
Okay,
you know
sure,
what I mean?
yeah.
So writers, when it comes to stuff like that, our stylists, our fashion designers, think about Clever Magugu, Rich Nisi, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When it comes to that, we are amongst one of the best. To this day, I always say, you can go to whatever country, you can take the best dancer from that country. You can bring that best dancer here.
Yeah.
I'll go find a grade 10 student at a random high school.
Yeah.
And that grade 10 student is going to show his best dances.
And they will learn the
Fires.
routine fast, quick, fast. And
My brother, you can bring the Jabawakis, all of the Jabawakis,
hey,
all of them. You can
Just
go
their
to an
best.
inter high and just point out at the first 4 students wearing dry max. I promise you now, those dancers will kill. Like, we've got the best dancers in the world, right? It's just, and it's because like creativity is a part of us. You know what I mean?
I have to agree on it. I was listening to a podcast by one of our friends actually, and they were talking to the H&M global marketing manager, and she was like, fashion-wise, can't mess with South Africa.
Can't mess with South Africa, bro.
You can have fashion week and all those things, but bring
Yeah.
that same item from fashion and
Yeah.
bring it to South Africa.
Yeah.
Woo! She was like,
Yeah.
South Africa is by far the most stylish, the most
Yeah.
creative. Like the
Yeah.
creativity is crazy. Yeah.
Bro.
So I definitely echo your words that South Africans are creative.
It's a part of life, bro. Just think about creativity is so entrenched in our livelihoods, bro. It's not even when we're sad, we sing. When we're happy, we sing. When we
Sure.
dance, you
So-
know what I mean?
For raises, for getting more money. Dance, bro.
For like, there's even like, you know what I mean? Like, what are the praises? Praises are like, you can argue like those are a form of poetry.
For sure, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So do you think then, looking at creativity, and I'm one of the people that advocate and say the same thing, South Africans actually are creative and we should be providing more jobs in the creative field. Do you think the government should be doing that?
100%. Let's take dancing, for example. We should be the #1 exporter of professional dancers in the world.
For sure. And we've got probably the number one genre right now.
#1 genre right now in music.
Music, yeah.
On bread, yeah. boy.
Right here, yeah. But
We were
still,
all dancing to this thing before anyone else did.
I refused Amapiano for 2 weeks.
Yeah. And you couldn't help it, man.
And I was refusing it. It was, I was there, but I was refusing.
I know why. It was
He's
the,
always like, play Kana. Play Kana.
where's the hip hop? Where's the hip hop set?
Yeah,
Where's the
I'm a hip hop child, so
Nah,
when
for real.
Amapiano came on,
And I know
didn't
why.
feel
It was that one December when Shesha Like, listen, man, when that was like, no, this is the genre.
Yeah, guys, let's not deny it. Yeah.
I don't care about your real raps.
So Nox, just tell me.
Yes, sir.
Before we wrap up, I have my last question.
Got you, sir.
This is, from our previous guest.
Shout out.
So there's room for creatives out there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Creativity is empowering.
I mean,
guys.
overseas.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially South Africans.
Yeah.
Especially dancers. Thailand needs South African dancers, guys.
She does.
She needs South African dancers.
She has to have South
She
African.
has to have South African
She
dancers.
has to. She has to travel with them.
She has to travel with them.
Dancing is part of her thing, actually,
Yeah.
and
100%.
and she dances really well. And then we've seen some backup dancers. They lacking, boy. They don't have that South African sauce. You know that thing. You can teach. You can take somebody. You're right, bro. You can take
Yeah.
somebody from 20 years experience,
20.
but just take a South African and put them with Tyler.
Yeah.
The rhythm is different.
I
You're
know
right,
with
bro.
my nephew. He's like 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's too
That
much.
kid.
No one dances better than a South African school kid.
That's crazy. So Tyler needs dancers, South African dancers.
Just in that realm, just that as an example, right?
Yeah.
We need South African writers in Hollywood.
Mm.
Hollywood desperately needs new writers, desperately needs new eyes, new thinking, especially Hollywood.
Love that. I mean, look,
Then you
that
need
yeah, yeah. Then you talk about it.
I'm friends. Friends with Cyril Ramaphosa. Good.
The way I would avoid all white parties. I wouldn't go to a single all white party.
But you know what's crazy is that you probably would have gone to an all-white party if Diddy invited you. You would have never known.
That's the problem, bro. And that's the scary thing about when it's like people like that.
Right?
You know what I mean? Because those are supposed to be our heroes. Those are
True.
we grew up looking up to someone like Diddy.
And
Like,
And you're looking for a put on from him, right?
he was the mogul. He was the black mogul.
Exactly. Yeah. Before Jay-Z became a billionaire, before the whole
Puffy's
Beats headphones,
always-
It was Puffy,
It
man.
was always been
It was
Puffy,
Puffy,
yeah.
bro. Yeah, and it's just, like, may justice be served, bro.
yeah.
Yep.
Honestly
Just be
speaking.
safe, we're definitely on that one. But
Okay.
Lebs, any last questions?
A question from our previous guest, brother.
Yes,
The
sir.
tradition which we normally have
Tradition.
here. Yeah. So if
So
you've
we're
watched,
gonna need. Is he supposed to give us the question first, or must he answer the question? Then he
let
gives
him,
us
let him
his-
answer. Let him answer the question, and he'll give. He'll
Okay,
give
so
us
that he
a
can
question for
think,
somebody
man.
else.
He's
Yeah.
thinking already.
Yeah, hey, my man.
I can hear it.
So actually,
I can hear his thoughts.
yeah. Think about the question that you're gonna ask for on this guest too. They
Gotcha.
don't know who you are, and you don't know who they are.
Got you.
So- How are you going to play your part to open the industry for the next Nox, right?
Mm.
And send the letter down?
Shucks, man. That is such a good question. Because I wish there was someone like that for me as well. And I think it just starts by being visible. We need to be more visible, especially us, in this industry, being creative in this industry. Like Khomotso Neto, shout out Neto.
Shout out to Khomotso, man. What a gent.
When we did the Standard Bank campaign, we did like a little profiling piece on him. And one of the most powerful things he said, right, which was one of the most powerful things that we did for that campaign, he said that like he always makes it a point to mention where he's from, where he grew up in, right? Because a lot of kids don't know about these things. They don't know you can be a photographer. They don't know you can be a strategist. They don't know you can be a copywriter. So like there's a black kid somewhere that doesn't know that, oh, I'm good at drawing, I can go be an art director.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, oh, I'm good at drawing, but it's going to mean nothing to me. This is just a hobby. This is just something I do.
You're so right to that, because you also said South Africans are generally creative.
100%.
So therefore, like the jobs should be endless in the creative field.
100%.
Love that. Shout out to Khomotso Neto. That's also
Khomotso
one of
Neto,
the
shout
guys,
out.
man, I look up to him. Shout out to him on that campaign.
Brilliant photographer.
Yeah. So is that what you're saying? So you need to be more visible.
We need to
Come
be
onto
more
podcasts
visible,
like
bro.
this and
Especially
talk
like,
about it.
especially as black people, we need to be more visible. If you're a black person that's in the creative space, you need to be way more visible.
Have a voice.
Outside of like being a singer and a DJ. You know
Sure.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like we need to go back to these schools and tell them like, Tanga. So I heard you guys are the ones struggling with maths.
Sure.
It's okay. You know what? Actually, fuck maths.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know what? You don't need maths.
Yeah.
Here's something you can do, and we show them the cool stuff that we do, because we
Sure.
do cool shit.
Yeah.
every day.
Straight up.
Sorry for cussing.
No,
We do
straight up.
cool stuff every day. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure, yeah. And you know what? It's important that we acknowledge kids' talents, and I think you're right on that one. We can't
Yeah.
always be all getting 90 for maths or for every subject.
Yeah.
Everybody's different, so shout out to that. Make sure
100%.
if you're good at your field, make sure that you're visible. Like Nos is saying right now, I think it's
100%.
important to have a voice and make sure that people know what when wenza any and how you do. Don't take advantage of people when they need help from you, whatever it is. Just by this is what I do, and you can make a living of it. So definitely love that. What is your question for our next guest? They don't know who you are, and you don't know who they are.
I'm the next guest, by the way.
Yeah, if you watch the
So
previous
Lebsa.
episode, Lebo might just be the next guest because he worked on a campaign.
So we want to know. Nah, man. I think for me it would be shucks, bro. What would be the advice you'd give to your younger self,
Love the
knowing
question.
what you know now?
Please repeat the question for us again.
The question that I would ask for the next guest
The voice of a voice.
on Spazo Talk is, what would be the advice you'd give to your younger self, knowing everything that you know now, being where you are right now?
What a brilliant question. And let me tell you, the answers are going to be incredibly interesting. If you also want to participate in this, it's not just for our guest. Make sure that you go in the comments below and answer the question with Nox. And of course, get a hold of Nox, but we're going to discuss on how you can get a hold of him. I have one last question for him right now, quickly. I want to ask very quickly, Nox. Are you on Twitter? And if you're on Twitter, what is your favorite hashtag right now?
I am on Twitter, and my favorite hashtag right now. Yo, what is my favorite hashtag right? Yes, it's the 21-day photo challenge. It's Spazo Talk. You can share the threads that you're wearing and let people know that easy Jewish man. That is my favorite hashtag.
Yeah, go check out that hashtag.
Go check out the hashtag, guys. Yeah,
Straight
man.
up, 21 day
Yes,
photo
sir.
challenge essay. Okay, last question. Still got to do with hashtags. What has been your favorite hashtags that you've seen on Twitter before?
Oh man, like ish, and I feel like I'm gonna get judged, man. I think my favorite ones were the silhouette challenge.
Nobody's judging you.
And the busted challenge. Like, to be honest with you, those are like the only two hashtags that really come to mind right now.
Oh man!
I'm so sorry, baby. My girlfriend had a very great busted challenge.
Oh, she was there too.
post. Yeah, no,
Is the way you found her?
No, I've known my girl for almost 10 years, man. We
Wow,
met back
shout
in
out.
high school. Yeah, we
Hey,
dated
he's
back
a
in high school.
person
When
in
we,
it. Investing.
I see him. He's been investing. Hey, your baby understands, bro.
Yes, man.
I'm not gonna lie.
Shout out,
Those-
my baby.
Yeah, shout out for real. I'm not gonna lie, those were such impactful hashtags. If we were at that time with you on Twitter, it was crazy because it was color everywhere. It was
Engagements.
Yay! Yeah, mad engagement.
Engagements.
Mad engagement. Alright,
Yes, sir.
Nox, it's been really amazing having you here on
Thank you
Spaza
so
Talk.
much, bro. Thank you so
We're
much.
definitely looking forward to having part 2 because we have not asked you all the questions we
Oh,
want to
we have
ask
some
you.
more.
We haven't even asked you about some of the
Ah, no,
campaigns.
the first one is a freebie, guys. You know, and after that, I'm playing now. Lebzo's my
Lebzo's
boy, bro.
worried.
He knows now. Lebzo
You
knows.
keep throwing invoices at him.
Crunching the numbers.
Lebzo knows he can call me for anything.
Zokufonela when we want to be part of a campaign or
Bless
to
up,
have a
sir.
chat to you again
Bless up so
on
much,
something
man.
new. And if you have something new that you want to talk to us about, make sure that you come onto the podcast. We'll definitely
100%,
welcome you here anytime. You're family now.
Yeah.
How can we get a hold of you, whether it's via LinkedIn, whether it's via website, whether it's via Twitter?
Yeah.
How can we get a hold of you to discuss specifically marketing stuff, advertising stuff, and anything related
Yeah,
to
no,
that?
absolutely. Like I'm always open to chat. You know, you can follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @BrokeHomieNox. My Instagram handle is also @BrokeHomieNox.
These are the 10%
like,
millionaires hiding. They're
you
calling
know,
themselves broke.
I'll tell you a funny story of why my handle is that, right?
Yeah.
And like on LinkedIn, Nox Masuku, Nox Masuku, Masuku.
Thank you for that. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Actually, please tell us what is the handle? What's
The
behind the
Broke Homie
handle?
Nox.
Yeah.
So remember when like was this the forexes was coming up?
Yeah.
And it was like all the DMs, like yeah.
So what when I broke?
I was like, guys, just let me just stop it at the entrance. No, man.
Broke homie no.
Broke Homie Nox. DM is brown. Don't win. Man, I don't have money. Hey, you wanna join my class and make a lot of money?
So you were just like, I'm broke.
Like I was like, yo, let's just let me stop you right now, my brother. I don't have it.
From the name.
Just from the handle, you should tell I ain't got this.
That's crazy and a good way to do it because on Instagram everybody flashes a good lifestyle and you said doesn't angiko.
I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Nox, it has been truly amazing
Thank you
having you
so
on
much,
Spaza
guys.
Talk.
Yeah, man.
We'll make sure that we get a hold of you and
Yes,
invite you for
sir.
part 2. And make sure, guys, you get in touch with Nox Masuku at Broke Homie Nox on Instagram
Homie
and
Nox.
on Twitter. Make sure you hit him up. We'll definitely be hitting him up. And if you want to answer the question, make sure you answer the question. But from Mshuti Wabashuti from Mr. 21 Day Challenge, is there anything that you want to say before we say goodbye?
No, we know you can close it very nicely.
Just say bye-bye.
You know. Shillily.
From Mshuti Wabashuti, it has been amazing. Peace.
Shout out.